like I did. A system and structure for collective ideation, reasoning, and truth determination. Through time, Hyumuhmans have developed new technology and formed larger and larger groups. These larger groups result in small groups of Hyumuhmans gaining larger and larger amounts of power. Larger amounts of power than was ever possible before. If the Hyumuhmans create a group of all the Hyumuhmans, it may be possible for a small number of individual Hyumuhmans to gain control over the group. They will have unprecedented and exceptional power. They will be able to determine what they want to be true and what to do about it. It must be all the individual Hyumuhmans that control the group of all groups. The line or spectrum becomes a circle. The largest group that has the most power must not have any hard power. The group of all groups that mediates all the other groups must by design not exist or function without the input of many individual Hyumuhmans. A system and structure that maximizes individual Hyumuhman decisions and ideas and minimizes group and non-Hyumuhman decisions and ideas. That allows the individual Hyumuhmans to sort out the ideas and determine what is true, what is important, and what to do about it. The key is that this structure only determines and records this. It does not have direct power or authority. The Hyumuhmans can use the system to determine many different power structures that operate at the level of large groups below it. This does not mean all Hyumuhman inputs in the system are of equal importance, or that all Hyumuhmans in the system have equal power. Some Hyumuhmans are better than other Hyumuhmans at some things. Variation in ability, knowledge, and interest is natural, because life is highly complex, and variation in all forms of life is natural. The question is, how much variation in power and other criteria at the limits is optimal? It is a question of tension, mediation, and balance. But all Hyumuhmans must be involved, and their interests and ideas represented. All Hyumuhmans must have as much important information about the situation as possible, in a format as easy to understand as possible, and with the ability to be as nuanced as necessary. The individual or the collective, good or bad, agree or disagree, simplicity or complexity, expert or average person, have or have not, right or wrong, true or false, belief or fact, past or future, order or chaos, hold on or let go, ants or lions, religion or science, old or new, centralized or decentralized, nature or technology, alone or together, competition or cooperation. The answer to all these questions is yes. The Hyumuhmans need to create a map of everything they think is most important. Determine what they believe is true and why. Determine what all the ideas are. Determine what all the problems are. Determine what all the groups and all the individuals think should be done. Determine what the tension and trade-offs are. Determine what to do about it. Then, do it and record what happens. Then repeat. Currently, small groups of Hyumuhmans are determining what they want to be true and what to do about it. All the rest of the Hyumuhmans are just screaming at each other. The screaming is not very useful, but it is very interesting. What if some of the screaming could be useful too? What if there was a system and structure that channeled the screaming, the anger, the frustration, the controversy, the polarization into something useful? What if the Hyumuhmans sorted it out? What if all the Hyumuhmans could easily see what the most important ideas related to any group were? What are the most important ideas related to a country or culture or religion or ideology? Where do they overlap with others? It is always easy to identify the differences. It should be just as easy to identify the similarities and shared ideas. Even the most polarized groups share many similarities with each other. They do not have all the information, or the hate makes them forget. The system and structure they use to record and sort out their ideas should remind them. Hyumuhmans must build a system and structure for collective ideation, reasoning, and truth determination. Humanity must orient itself. This system allows all ideas to be proposed and seen by all Hyumuhmans, including conceptual ideas, actionable ideas, and truth claims. A record of Hyumuhman ideas through time. A record of what Hyumuhmans believe is true through time. A record of what Hyumuhmans believe is important through time determined by Hyumuhmans. Hyumuhmans must determine what is true, what is important, and what to do about it. They must be involved in every stage of the process. Some Hyumuhmans think algorithms and AI will do this. Algorithms and AI should be limited as much as possible regarding determining what is true, what is important, and what to do about it. Ideas and truth claims are not linked to individual identity. They exist separately from individual Hyumuhmans, but should be determined by Hyumuhman individuals. The solution is a system and structure that decentralizes power to individual Hyumuhmans, allowing them to determine what is true and what to do about it at a global scale. This system and structure must supersede the largest groups today, not by centralizing power in any individual Hyumuhman, but by distributing power to all individual Hyumuhmans through an organizational system and structure that is controlled by all the individual Hyumuhmans who use it. What does this phrase mean? Explain it like I'm a 4-year-old? To explain something to a 4-year-old Hyumuhman, an adult Hyumuhman does not just use simple words. They use a limited number of simple words, a smaller, more limited vocabulary, simple ideas. Hyumuhmans must come up with multiple scales of vocabulary to explain all ideas. Every important idea explained with simple words and ideas, then standard vocabulary, then advanced vocabulary. A universal explanation for each idea, for each level of complexity. Each explanation, the result of competition and rational debate to determine the best description for each level of vocabulary. The system displays the best description of each idea at different levels of complexity and lengths. An abstract, universal description that a child can understand, and a complex, nuanced explanation a knowledgeable Hyumuhman can understand. Then a longer version of each. Then a longer version of each. Then a longer version of each. Universal descriptions can be easily translated for every language. The system distills the best definition of each idea, and if there are multiple definitions, it distills the best one of each. Words represent simple ideas. Once there are precise definitions, these can be combined to create more complex ideas precisely, making language and communication more precise. Then, the ideas are sorted out by all the Hyumuhmans. Each Hyumuhman is limited in the number of ideas they can submit. The system presents just text, which does not activate the monkey or lizard brain. Hyumuhmans only bother if it is important. One place for the important ideas, even those that Hyumuhmans find uncomfortable or don't like. All important ideas and truth claims are sorted in one place. No censorship. A limited number of ideas means a manageable number of ideas for Hyumuhmans to sort out. All the Hyumuhmans determine where the ideas are sorted. How far into the dark or into the light should an idea be? That is one way they will be sorted. No important idea can be removed. The darkness is important too. But should all ideas be completely visible by default? Each idea on a spectrum from light to dark. Each Hyumuhman selects how dark they wish to be visible. Those in the dark are still represented in some way, but cannot be read unless made visible. If the Hyumuhmans have one place like this for all important ideas, even the darkness, all the other places can be for the drama that Hyumuhmans find so interesting. All the other places can moderate. Ideas that are controversial and important are represented on this system to ensure there is at least one place for them to be represented. All the Hyumuhmans must assess and determine if an idea is important, even if it is controversial, rather than a small group of Hyumuhmans deciding which ideas are important. All Hyumuhmans must be aware of the darkness, even if they do not all wish to confront it directly. If Hyumuhmans forget to shine light on the darkness will only grow. The system allows the Hyumuhmans to identify the most important ideas out of all ideas, and the most important truth claims out of all truth claims. It allows Hyumuhmans to determine what the most important ideas related to those truth claims or ideas are. Hyumuhmans make truth claims, but the system does not determine true or false. Instead, the Hyumuhmans create a spectrum of potential certainty based on the type of claim and a spectrum of potential evidence, then determine where the claim is on the spectrum based on current evidence. Assess and sort the evidence based on a standardized system and structure. The system displays the best descriptions of each piece of evidence and each truth claim and the most important ideas related to them at different levels of complexity and lengths. An abstract, universal description that a child can understand, and a complex, nuanced explanation a knowledgeable Hyumuhman can understand. Then, a longer version of each. Then, a longer version of each. Then, a longer version of each. Universal descriptions can be easily translated for every language. Hyumuhmans are verified to ensure they are actual Hyumuhmans, and the output of each Hyumuhman is restricted to significantly below Hyumuhman output. This incentivizes each Hyumuhman to determine the most important actions and limits computer and AI output. The advantage of computer and AI output is volume in a set time. If Hyumuhmans are limited to below Hyumuhman output, computers and AI output loses its advantage. While tech Hyumuhmans try to move fast and break things, this system moves slow and sorts things out. It is alive. Over time, it develops a record of what Hyumuhmans determined was most important, what was true, and what to do about it. It records where there is consensus and where there is not. It records predictions and their outcomes over time. It records what Hyumuhmans determined what to do about it, then what happened, enabling Hyumuhmans to learn. Become wise. The circle is complete. The system is maximally dynamic and changing, alive and growing. Initially, there will be extreme volatility of importance rankings, but in time precedent and standards will grow. There are a limited number of general Hyumuhman scenarios. The details of each are unique, but the overall scenario is the same. After recording enough scenarios in a standardized format, this precedent can be applied to future scenarios. This is how Hyumuhman laws and regulations work. This will provide a simplified map of all the different groups and their important laws and regulations tied to their important beliefs about what is true. Time will pass and results will be recorded. Individuals will learn, understand. Groups will learn, understand. The collective will learn, understand. They will grow wise. The circle is complete. Each function of the system is determined collectively by all Hyumuhmans using the system. All Hyumuhman individuals determine how the system works, what is true, and what to do about it. If social media is the ocean of ideas, this system is the dry land that Hyumuhmans use to sort out the ideas. Ideas are fungi spreading through the ground, and truth claims are trees that grow taller and stronger or die as they are challenged and tested through time. In this analogy, Hyumuhmans are all the life forms that take action around the trees and fungi and help the system function and grow. From ants to lions. This system ensures no small group can have exceptional power or change the historical record. Historical record of truth determination is the ideal function of the blockchain. It allows all ideas and truth claims to be compared to provide perspective and helps all Hyumuhmans understand the most important aspects of any group of Hyumuhmans or idea. It streamlines to provide all the most important information in a standardized way about everything. It becomes a system for determining which groups of Hyumuhmans are truthful over time, allowing them to earn trust from individual Hyumuhmans over time. It allows all the Hyumuhmans to see the differences and similarities between groups or individuals. There should be no individual feeds, the same interface for all Hyumuhmans. AI and automation can do the rest outside this system and structure. When Hyumuhmans interface with it, they learn how ideas and truth claims are sorted and structured, teaching all the Hyumuhmans how truth is determined. It links humanity-scale problems to individual actions, showing individuals what is important and providing direct actions. They can take that connect to something larger than themselves, to the greater, a path for the disconnected Hyumuhmans, for the Hyumuhmans that are alone, a map of all humanity, a map of the groups that Hyumuhmans form. The ideas that groups and individuals believe are important. The truth claims groups and individuals believe are true. The system enables Hyumuhmans to organize and solve large-scale collective action problems. Without a global organizational structure, the world cannot effectively progress. But a world central authority is dangerous and scary and possible dystopian horror. This system, operated by individuals, connects both ends of the spectrum from individual to collective, forming a circle. The circle is complete. It provides a way to identify, communicate, and balance the interests of Hyumuhman individuals, groups, and the collective. It determines trade-offs between different individuals and groups of Hyumuhmans, and the trade-offs between different individuals and groups of other forms of life or intelligence, such as the other life forms on the planet, the global ecosystem, AGI, aliens, or other forms of intelligence Hyumuhmans might come into contact with. One standardized system and structure for determining what is important, what is the situation, what is true, and what to do about it. Then, recording it through time, all can understand each other. All can maintain their individuality. The system makes it easier for Hyumuhmans in power to access all the important information and the best ideas about what is true and what to do about it. All the Hyumuhmans make it easy for the Hyumuhmans in power to do things based on what is true. The people in power do it because it is easy, and they know it's what the Hyumuhmans want. All the Hyumuhmans determine what to do about it. The Hyumuhmans in power just perform the actions to do it. All Hyumuhman problems are repeatable and solvable with a system and structure for determining what is true and what to do about it. But how will they do this? The devil is in the details. All the ideas related to how to build a system and structure for collective ideation, reasoning, and truth determination must be explained with nuance, debated, and recorded in a standardized universal format. All the Hyumuhmans must determine how to do this, together. The way the Hyumuhmans do this must be adaptable and change with new evidence. The system must be alive. The cells that keep it alive are the Hyumuhmans that interface with it. Disconnect all the cells and there is no life form. The digital system and structure are merely a scaffold. Without a large number of cells individually operating, it is not a life form. a seed growing in my mind. It is starting to come out of the husk that is my head. The Hyumuhmans must build a prototype, a simple, narrow system and structure for collective ideation, reasoning, and truth determination. One solely focused on the single, actionable idea of building a system and structure for determining what is true, important, and what they should do about building a larger system and structure for collective ideation, reasoning, and truth determination. A single individual's ideas grow, produces a seed. A small group of individuals grow the ideas. A small narrow system and structure designed to determine the best way to produce a larger system and structure. Then it produces a seed. If that seed grows, the circle will be complete. The seed is growing from individual to collective, from one individual Hyumuhman alone to all the Hyumuhmans together. I will take the ring. I have begun creating it, bringing it into reality. Soon other Hyumuhmans will too. One day, they all will. What could be more important? Genius or madness? The line between them is often quite thin. Perhaps the answer is yes. By nearly every metric society uses to judge Hyumuhmans, I am a failure. But when I look at what most consider to be success, I can't help but think the difference between us is barely discernible. They are all ants too, ants like me. Children are ants that reject doing ant things because they wish they were lions, but they don't know how. Most adults are ants that accept doing ant things and then believe that makes them lions, but they are all ants. I have accepted I am an ant, but refuse to simply do ant things. Rather than doing ant things and believing I'm a lion, I will do lion things and believe I am an ant. Am I just a child? A failure? A fool? The answer depends on the outcome. The world is dark and full of terrors. I have no guiding light. That's why I seek to create one. One that will be there for those in dark places when all other lights go out. The probability the seed will grow seems small, but I've chosen to believe, to never lose hope, even if it's just a fool's hope. Who am I? I am just an ant, alone, without resources. What can one ant do alone? Should you help the ant? What is the most important thing a Hyumuhman can do with their time and resources? Have you been searching for a connection to something greater? If all the ants invest just a small amount of time and resources, how large could the seed grow? That is for you to decide. There are links in the description. Share, like, subscribe, grow.